My name is Captain Jim Clopper, and in this video I'm going to share my favorite fishing lures for catching smallmouth bass in the western North Carolina mountains. The river behind me is my home base. It's the Little Tennessee River, quintessential smallmouth stream. This part of it's wadeable. Further upriver it's better to float it. But all these lures work. Real quick about the tackle, very simple, 6.5 foot, very light spinning rod, fast action. This is a Shimano Stimula 1000 series reel with either 8 or 10 pound mono or braided line, whatever your preference is. I use mono a lot, especially when fishing my favorite lure, which is a jerkbait, because I like to stretch in it. So speaking of that, my number one lure for smallmouth fishing in these rivers is the 08 Rapala Extreme Action Slash Bait, the Rapala X-Rap. This happens to be the pilchard color, which is similar to olive but a little bit flashier. That and white are my two favorite colors. Very easy bait to use. Cast it out, let it set, give it a hard twitch, and it jerks up, and then it sits. That pause in between jerks is crucial because that's often when they hit it. So it lands, give it a little twitch, it sets, give it a little twitch. Make sure you give it a second or two pause in between. This is an excellent lure for these size rivers, for fishing the deeper pools, because you get hung up seldom, and you cover a lot of water. I tend to like power fishing. I like to fish fast and hard. That comes from my old saltwater days. So this is right in my wheelhouse. My favorite lure also catches trout, brim, other species of bass, really everything that swims. If I had to pick one lure to fish the rest of my life, it would be that. Got to include a topwater plug in the mix. This is the Head and Tiny Torpedo. This is an old school lure, been around forever. They make it in some slightly larger sizes as well. Got a little propeller on the back. Again, from a guide standpoint, I like lures that are real easy for anglers to use. Cast it out, twitch it hard, let it sit. Twitch it hard, let it set. The propeller will make a little commotion on the surface. One thing about topwater lures, you gotta let the fish take it. A lot of anglers will tend to set the hook as soon as they see the bass hit it, but wait till you feel the weight of the fish and then just reel down and come tight. My favorite topwater lure. This may give the favorite smallmouth bass fishing lure a run for their money. This lure is legendary among smallmouth anglers. It's the Rebel Weed Craw. It's a series of lures this is the smaller version. They come in various sizes and colors. Crayfish colors change throughout the season. Sometimes they're more olive, sometimes they're orange. I like this one because it's got a little mix. It's got this big wide lip in it, and this lure has an incredible amount of action. Works fairly shallow, so I like to cast it out, twitch it, not quite as hard as the X-Rap, and I don't pause as much. It's more of a steady, just constantly skittering. The lip will dig down into the bottom and bounce back. There's a lot of smallmouth anglers that if they had to fish one lure the rest of their life, it would be this. Excellent little lure. You will hang up a little bit more on the rocks because it's down on the bottom, but it's worth it. They're not very expensive, extremely productive. Spinnerbaits have been around a long time. They work very well on smallmouth bass. My favorite is a very simple little Johnson beetle spin. Not very fancy, doesn't look like much. Man, he catches the heck out of fish. This is a 1/4 ounce model. If you wanted to, you could put a flashier tail on, but I tell you, this little grubby tail does really well. 1/4 ounce silver blade, or a 1/4 ounce with a little silver blade. Super easy lure to use. Cast it out, let it sink a couple seconds, give it a little twitch to get the blade turning, then a slow, steady retrieve. Because of the design, it will hit stuff and kind of knock and walk on top of it as opposed to getting hung up. You will, of course, get hung up. It'll wedge in between rocks and stuff like that. But another lure that covers a lot of water, very easy to use, and catches everything. They're also very inexpensive. I mean, a couple bucks each. Hard to beat. The 1/4 ounce Johnson beetle spin. The tinier versions are deadly on panfish. Next is some type of little finesse worm. This has really replaced the tube. You know, the tube used to be like a #1 saltwater, smallmouth bass fishing lure, but the Ned rig style of head is definitely more popular these days. You can also, if you wanted to, you know, wacky rig, put a hook right through the middle right there and just let it float down. This is an excellent lure when the bass aren't as active and don't want to chase one of the rapalas or plugs or faster moving lures. Throw it out, let it hit the bottom. It sits like this, just twitch. It's like a little crayfish, hellgrammite, leech, whatever, skittering around the bottom. You want to work this fairly slow, which means you will hang up. But the unique design of the Ned rig kind of keeps it like that, and it just nice and easy. You can also dead drift it in current. You're going to hang up and you're going to lose some hooks, but that's part of the game. Still worth it. Next is a little jerk shad. This is a Zoom Super Salt Plus fluke. This happens to be Zoom again. A lot of different manufacturers. They all work good. This is on an unweighted hook. I like to cast this one out, work it just below the surface pretty actively, pretty aggressively, just kind of swimming across the top. Fish will almost hit it like a top water lure. You can also use, I've got this crayfish, which is the last of my lures, on this weighted hook, which will take it down more. So last on the list is some type of crayfish, soft plastic. This is a Berkley Power Bait craw. I do believe in the scents. I used to gulp a lot as a saltwater guide, and I really do think it matters. Obviously it's weighted weedless. It's got the weight on it to get it down to the bottom. You're still going to hang up sometimes, but again, I go to the soft plastics, especially the finesse worm and the craw, when the fish aren't as active and they won't actively chase a faster moving bait. Okay, so there you have it. This handful of lures will get the job done in any river or stream in western North Carolina, or really anywhere else for that matter. So here's a tiny bit of action, and thanks for watching. See you out there. Oh, got one. Big one. Oh man, that's a big one. Pretty solid. Good. Look at that, dude.
Hey. What is it? Oh boy. That's good. My word. Look at that one.
That's pretty fish, huh?
That's pretty.
My favorite smallmouth lures are number 08 Raffle X Wrap.
Yep. And that. Here.